Welcome to the O'Connor Elder Law channel. I'm your host, Melissa O'Connor. I'm a Florida-based elder law attorney who does estate planning, focusing on long-term care needs, commonly referred to as Medicaid planning, and I do probate, and I do it well. Today I wanted to talk to you about the priority list for community-based long-term Medicaid benefits. But before I do, I wanted to invite you to schedule a free strategy session with me at eldermeeting.com. Okay, so I get a lot of questions about community-based care. That's where you have nurses come into your home and help you care for your loved ones, and that nursing care is paid for by Medicaid's long-term care benefits. And to be able to apply for community-based care, there is a wait list, meaning you don't just automatically get those benefits like you would if you were to have your loved one move into a skilled nursing facility. Community-based care, there is a wait list, and so people get really concerned and nervous about this wait list. They want to know when their families, their loved one's name is going to be called from the list and when they can get relief, because most of them are providing the care for their loved one, or they are cash paying for professionals to come in and supplement and help them with the care, and they realize that their resources are running out quickly, and so they want to make sure that they get the Medicaid assistance benefits in place as soon as possible, because either it is just a crisis from time management and exhaustion from being a caregiver, or financially it's so burdensome that they're wondering how they're going to make it. So I wanted to share with you today a little bit about this priority list and kind of what it looks like. When the social worker for the government will come out and do an assessment of your loved one, they're going to give them a priority score ranking. And essentially it's a fragility test, and it's ranked. The ranking goes 1 to 8, and 8 is like the highest rank you can get, and 1 is the lowest rank you can get. And 8 means that essentially they're going to report you to Adult Protective Services, that this is dangerous, it's risky, and you really don't want your family to necessarily be an 8, because that means that maybe your loved one might not be able to even stay in your home, right, or in their home, because it's just a dangerous situation where they would thought Adult Protective Services needs to be called. So an 8, although it's the top score, most of my clients, none of my clients have ever gotten that score, and it's not exactly something I encourage people to achieve, right? A 7 means that you're at imminent risk, and you have to meet all of the following criteria, meaning unable to provide self-care because of deteriorating mental or health conditions. There is no capable caregiver, so that one's usually the reason why my clients don't get a 7. The placement in a nursing facility is likely within a month or within 3 months. So you have to meet all 3 to be ranked a 7. 6 doesn't really apply to adult elders. It is a aging out referral for adult disabled persons, not people who are generally 65 and older, but people who are younger with disabilities and they're aging out of their category. So the top rank that the most elderly people who apply for the wait list would be a rank 5. And so if rank 5 is just a set of scores, it means that you scored greater or equal to a 46 on the score chart. And so many times families get very confused and overwhelmed, and they don't know what their score means. If you want to look at the score spreadsheet and a little chart as to how the social workers create their score, like what their score guidelines are, it is in the Florida Administrative Rules. It's Administrative Rule 59G-4.193. So if you really want to do some Googling there, feel free to do so. But essentially I wanted to let you know that there's the ranking system. It's 1 through 8. Typically 5 is the highest that most families waiting on the wait list with an elderly person in need of long-term care. 5 is probably the highest score that they would receive because they would have a caregiver in place, and yet their loved one meets all the necessary criteria and scored very high. If you got a score of 4 or 3 or 2, those are still viable scores, and you still have a chance to have your name called up. It'll just be you'll wait on the wait list probably a little bit longer than somebody with a higher score than you. I hope that this information has been helpful to you. If it has, I ask that you like and share with others. And again, thank you for joining me.